Hello students, today's topic is carcinogenesis. Normal cells of our body exhibit controlled growth. Movement in them is inhibited by contact with each other, which is also known as contact inhibition. Occasionally these controls are lost and the cells begin to grow and divide erratically, resulting in a mass of cells termed tumor. Tumors are also known as neoplasia, which literally means new growth. Study of tumors is called oncology, where oncos means tumor and logos means study of. Definition of neoplasm or tumor. A neoplasm, as defined by Willis, is an abnormal mass of tissue, the growth of which exceeds and is uncoordinated with that of the normal tissues and persists in the same excessive manner after the cessation of the stimuli which evoke the change. Union of International Cancer Control or UICC defines it as a disturbance of growth characterized by excessive proliferation of cells without apparent relation to the physiological demands of the organs involved. This slide shows the comparison of incidence of common neoplasms in India and in developed countries. In India, in males, the top three cancers are oral cancer, pharyngeal cancer, and esophageal cancer, having the incidence of 30%, 10%, and 6% respectively. In developed countries, in males, the top three cancers are lung cancer, cancer of the colon and rectum, and oral cancer, having the incidences of 30%, 25%, and 2% respectively. In females in India, the top three cancers are cervical cancer or cancer of the cervix, oral cancer, and breast cancer, having the incidence of 30%, 18%, and 16% respectively. In developed countries, top three cancers are breast cancer, cancer of the colon and rectum, and cervical cancer, having the incidence of 20%, 25%, and 10% respectively. Types of neoplasms. Number one is benign. In benign tumors, microscopic and gross characteristics are considered to be relatively innocent. They remain localized. They cannot spread to other sites. They are amenable to local surgical removal. In benign tumors, the patient generally survives. Second type is malignant. They are commonly referred to as cancer. It comes from Latin cancrum, meaning crab. They can invade and destroy adjacent structures and spread to distant sites. The process is known as metastasis. Malignant tumors are life-threatening. Important features of metastasis or spread of the malignant tumors to other sites. An epithelial to mesenchymal cell transition is often found in cancers, allowing increased movement of potentially metastatic cells. Metastasis is relatively inefficient. Only about 1 is to 10,000 tumor cells may have the genetic potential to colonize. Metastatic cells must evade various cells of the immune system to survive. Changes in cell surface molecules, example CAMs and others, are involved. Increased proteinase activity, for example MP2 and MP9, facilitates invasion. The existence of metastasis enhancer and suppressor genes are being shown. Some cancer cells metastasize preferentially to specific organs. Metastasis gene signatures may be detected by transcriptome or exome analysis. Such transcriptome information can be of prognostic value, potentially allowing for personalized therapeutic treatment. Structural components of a tumor. One is parenchyma, which is made up of transformed or neoplastic cells. The supporting host-derived non-neoplastic stroma, made up of connective tissue, blood vessels, and host-derived inflammatory cells. Types and nomenclature of benign tumors. In general, benign tumors are designated by attaching the suffix "oma" to the cell type from which the tumor arises. For example, fibrous tissue tumors are known as fibroma, cartilaginous tissue tumors are known as chondroma. Benign epithelial tumors are classified sometimes on the basis of their microscopic pattern and sometimes on the basis of their cells of origin. For example, adenoma, papillomas, and cystadenoma. Malignant tumors. First is carcinoma, cancer of epithelial cells, for example, adenocarcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma. Next is sarcoma, arise in mesenchymal tissue or its derivatives, for example, fibrosarcoma, chondrosarcoma. Leukemia, cancers of stem cells of hemopoietic tissues, for example, chronic myelocytic leukemia. Lymphoma, cancer affecting secondary lymphoid organs like spleen, lymph nodes, etc., for example, Burkitt's lymphoma. Features of cancer cells. So this is the diagram showing the different features of cancer cells. These are the cancer cells. They have self-sufficiency in growth signals. They are insensitive to anti-growth signals. They invade tissues and cause metastasis. They have limitless replicative potential. They have sustained angiogenesis or formation of the blood vessels, and they evade apoptosis or evade programmed cell death. Etiology or causes of cancer. Predisposing factors. First is age. The probability of cancer increases with age because of accumulation of mutations. Next is heredity. There are some heritable cancers which are inherited in an autosomal dominant fashion and are due to inheritance of only one functional allele of the tumor suppressor gene. There are some environmental factors like sedentary lifestyle, unhealthy diet leading to obesity, occupation where the workers are exposed to carcinogens, and iatrogenic, that is due to treatment of other diseases. There are some acquired precancerous conditions which may lead to cancers like leukoplakia of oral and genital mucosa, cirrhosis of liver, and ulcerative colitis. Cancer causing or carcinogenic agents can be divided into physical, chemical, and biological agents. Physical agents include radiant energy, for example, UV rays, X-rays, and gamma rays, which can have direct or indirect effect. Chemical agents include variety of chemical compounds, which may act as pro-carcinogens and promoters. Biological agents include oncogenic viruses. Out of these three agents, physical and chemical agents act by causing mutation of the DNA, and the oncogenic viruses act by insertion of novel or new genes to the normal DNA. Any substance which increases the rate of mutation enhancing the rate of incidence of cancer is called mutagen. Types of DNA damage caused by radiant energy are formation of pyrimidine dimers, formation of epirenic or apyrimidinic sites by elimination of corresponding bases, formation of single or double strand breaks or cross-linking of DNA strands. This is a list of chemical carcinogens. Number 1 is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic hydrocarbons are mostly present in cigarette smoke, involved in the pathogenesis of lung cancer. In edible oils, when recycled many times as a cooking medium, recycled edible oils are commonly used in hotels and fast food joints in India and many other developing countries. Number 2 is azodyes or aromatic amines. Beta-nathalamine and aniline azodide used in rubber industries has been held responsible for bladder cancers in workers who have been exposed to it. Number 3 is nitrosamines and amides. Nitrosamines and amides can be synthesized in the GI tract from ingested nitrites or derived from digested proteins and may contribute to the induction of gastric cancers. Number 4 is naturally occurring compounds like aflatoxin B produced by fungus Aspergillus flavus. Number 5 is drugs like alkylating and acetylating agents, for example, cyclophosphamide and busulfan, diethyl stilbestrol, nitrogen mustard,
beta propylolectone. Number 6 is miscellaneous agents like cadmium, beryllium, nickel, asbestos, vinyl chloride, saccharin, and cyclamates. This is a list of oncogenic viruses which can be DNA virus or RNA virus. DNA virus examples are papovirus, members are polyoma virus and SB40 virus, which are associated with warts leading to skin cancer. Human papilloma virus or HPV can lead to carcinoma of the cervix. Adenovirus, for example, adenovirus 12, 18 and 31. Hepatnavirus, important member is hepatitis B virus, which may lead to liver carcinoma. Herpes virus, members are Epstein-Barr virus, which can cause Burkitt's lymphoma. Herpes simplex type 2 virus may lead to nasopharyngeal carcinoma. Rhinoviruses are retroviruses. Members are murine sarcoma virus, murine leukemia virus, avian sarcoma virus, leukemia virus, human T-cell leukemia viruses 1 and 2. They may lead to adult T-cell leukemia and lymphoma. In this table, some hereditary cancer conditions are listed along with the genes involved, the major function of that particular gene, and the major clinical features. Some prominent examples are breast cancer, where the genes involved are BRCA1 and BRCA2. Their function is DNA repair. Then retinoblastoma, the gene involved is RB gene. So I will not go into the details of all the contents of this table. In this picture, some causative agents and some events which may lead to malignant transformation of cells are depicted. Physical agents like ionizing radiation, chemical agents, biological agents like oncogenic viruses, then some genetic causes like chromosomal translocations, spontaneous mutations can cause activation of the tumor causing gene or the oncogene, or deletion of the tumor suppressing gene or the oncosuppressor genes, so which may lead to malignant transformation of cells. Characteristics of cancer cells. There are some morphological changes in the cancer cells, like they have a large nucleus having an irregular size and shape. The nucleoli are prominent, the cytoplasm is scarce and intensely colored, or on the contrary is pale. There are some biochemical changes, like increased synthesis of DNA and RNA, aerobic and anaerobic glycolysis. Alteration of permeability and surface charge of cells, changes in composition and structure of glycoproteins, glycosphingolipids, and glycoconjugates on the surface of cancer cells. There are some other biochemical changes. Because of excessive proliferation of the cells, there is increased need of synthesis of deoxyribonucleotides, so there is increased activity of ribonucleotide reductase. There is secretion of certain proteases and protein kinases. There are alterations of isoenzymes, often to fetal pattern, and synthesis of fetal proteins like AFP or alpha fetoprotein, or CEA, or carcinoembryonic antigen. There is appearance of new antigens and loss of certain antigens. There is inappropriate synthesis of certain hormones and growth factors. Molecular basis of cancer. Certain genetic alterations in cells cause their uncontrolled multiplication. Two types of regulatory genes, oncogenes or cancer-causing genes and anti-oncogenes or cancer-preventing genes are crucial. Recently, another type of gene that controls cell death or apoptosis is also believed to be involved in carcinogenesis. Now, what are oncogenes? The genes that can cause cancer are known as oncogenes. First identified in tumor-causing viruses, Ross sarcoma virus. They are similar to certain genes present in normal host cells, which are called proto-oncogenes, which normally encode for growth-regulating proteins in the human body. Conversion of proto-oncogene to oncogene is the crucial factor for causation of cancer. This table shows some oncoproteins, some proto-oncogene or oncogenes, and associated human cancer. These proteins are products of the normal proto-oncogenes, but when they undergo mutation, the structures of these oncoprotein change which causes abnormal proliferation of the cells, causing these cancers. So most of these oncoproteins are growth factors and signal transducing factors. Now, how these proto-oncogenes are activated to oncogenes? One of the ways is promoter insertion. First, complementary DNA copies are synthesized from RNA genome of retrovirus by reverse transcriptase enzyme. Then this cDNA or provirus is integrated into host genome. cDNA copies are flanked by long terminal repeats or jumping genes, which act as promoters, resulting in transcription. This picture shows the MYC gene, which is normally inactive in the chicken chromosome. When it is attacked by the avian leukemia virus, the viral RNA first gets reverse transcribed to its complementary DNA and gets integrated into the chicken chromosome adjacent to the MYC gene. This strand of DNA is flanked by two long terminal repeats and act as promoters to the MYC gene, so that the MYC gene is expressed and transcribed into the MYC mRNA and translated to the corresponding protein and is responsible for the cancer. Next way of activation of proto-oncogene to oncogene is enhancer insertion. In this process, the cDNA copies get inserted downstream from the gene. It acts as enhancer element and activates the upstream gene. In this diagram, we can see that the cDNA or the proviral DNA gets integrated downstream of the MYC gene or towards the 3' side and acts as enhancer for transcription of MYC gene. Another way of activation of proto-oncogene to oncogene is chromosomal translocation. In this process, there is splitting of a small fragment of chromosome which is joined to another chromosome. It usually results in overexpression of proto-oncogene. An important example is Philadelphia chromosome. Philadelphia chromosome is a genetic abnormality of chromosome 22 in leukemia cells in chronic myeloid leukemia, where there is reciprocal translocation of genetic material between chromosome 9 and chromosome 22. Likewise, in Burkitt's lymphoma, there is reciprocal translocation between chromosome 8 and chromosome 14. Another way of activation of proto-oncogene to oncogene is gene amplification. For example, anti-cancer drug methotrexate is an inhibitor of dihydrofolate reductase. So tumor cells adapt and become resistant to this drug due to amplification of the gene for dihydrofolate reductase. Next process is point mutation, which is defined as the change in a single base in the DNA. The RAS proto-oncogene undergoes mutation and produces a protein GTPase, which differs in composition by a single amino acid. This lowers the activity of GTPase, a key enzyme for control of cell growth, which can lead to cancer. Mechanism of action of oncogenes. Oncogenes encode for certain proteins called oncoproteins, which are altered form of normal proteins concerned with tissue growth. They are involved in the transformation and multiplication of cells. These are known as growth factors. So when these growth factors are altered in structure, they can cause excessive proliferation of cells, leading to cancer. Mode of action of growth factors. They stimulate the proliferation of cells. They regulate cell division by a signal transduction across the cell membrane to the interior portions of the cell. They first bind to the specific receptors on the plasma membrane. This activates cytoplasmic protein kinases, leading to the phosphorylation of intracellular target proteins. The phosphorylated proteins act as intracellular messengers to stimulate cell division. Apart from growth factors, G proteins also play a role in causing cancer. They are a group of plasma membrane-based signal transducing proteins. They are observed in about 30% of human cancers. Functionally, the RAS proto-oncogene is similar to that of G proteins. Mechanism of action of RAS protein. Its molecular weight is 21,000, so it is known as RAS P21. It is normally bound with GDP and remains inactive. When cells are stimulated by growth factors, RAS P21 gets activated by exchanging GDP for GTP catalyzed by guanine nucleotide releasing factor or GRF. Active Res-P21 stimulates various intracellular regulators, which are cytoplasmic kinases. It causes a sequence of phosphorylations of various intracellular signaling molecules, resulting in DNA replication and cell division. Normal cells have intrinsic GTPase activity, hydrolyzing GTP to GDP, or have GTPase activating proteins, rendering Res-P21 inactive. But when there is point mutation in the Res gene, it produces altered Res-P21 which lacks GTPase activity, trapping it in the activated state, causing uncontrolled multiplication of cells. This picture shows the mechanism of action of Res-P21 protein, which normally binds with GDP and remains inactive. When growth hormone binds with the receptor, it activates Res-P21 by activating guanine nucleotide releasing factor or GRF, which removes GDP and adds GTP to Res-P21. Res-P21 in turn activates the intracellular kinases, which starts a phosphorylation cascade and causes DNA replication and cell division. Normally, Res-P21 protein has intrinsic GTPase activity, which causes dephosphorylation of GTP to form GDP, and Res-P21 again becomes inactive. But when there is point mutation of Res-P21, it loses its intrinsic GTPase activity. So it remains in the activated GTP bound Res-P21 state. So there is uncontrolled activation of intracellular kinases and uncontrolled DNA replication and cell division without any stimulating factor, that is the growth hormone. Role of tyrosine kinases. They occur in the interior of the plasma membrane. Important example is insulin receptor. They phosphorylate various intracellular signaling protein molecules involved in cell division in response to extracellular growth stimuli. Mutation in the proto-oncogene ABL encoding non-receptor tyrosine kinases increase the kinase activity which phosphorylate the target protein, causing uncontrolled multiplication of cells. There are various ways by which oncoproteins encoded by oncogenes can cause cancer. They can be a growth factor, a receptor for the growth factor, a G protein, a signal transducer, a transcription factor, a tyrosine kinase, a cell cycle regulator, or a regulator of apoptosis. Counter anti-oncogenes. Anti-oncogenes oppose the effect of oncogenes. They are also known as tumor suppressor genes. They exert constant control over cell multiplication. Their absence results in uncontrolled tissue growth. One important example of anti-oncogenes is RB gene or retinoblastoma gene, which is located on chromosome 13q14. It is a tumor suppressor gene. It protects from retinoblastoma occurring in children. Tumor develops only when both alleles of a normal gene are inactivated. Another example of anti-oncogenes is P53, which is located on the short arm of chromosome 17. It binds to specific sequences in DNA and acts as a transcriptional regulator, controlling certain genes that participate in cell cycle. Its level increases after exposure to DNA damaging agents. It causes G1 specific cell cycle arrest and allows time for DNA repair to occur. P53 is not required for normal cell development, but its absence greatly increases the occurrence of tumors. In this slide, we can see some sequence of events which can lead to cancer. Proto-oncogenes are first converted into oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes are inactivated, which increases the growth rate of the cells, leading to cancer. There are some differences between oncogenes and anti-oncogenes or tumor suppressor genes. In case of oncogenes, mutation in one of the two alleles is sufficient, but in case of tumor suppressor genes, both alleles must be affected to cause cancer. Oncogenes, gain of function of a protein that signals cell division is the cause of cancer, but in case of tumor suppressor genes, loss of function of a protein is the cause of cancer. In case of oncogenes, mutation arises in somatic cells, so it is not inherited. In case of tumor suppressor gene, mutation is present in germ cell, so it can be inherited or in somatic cell also. Oncogenes, there is some tissue preference, but in case of tumor suppressor genes, it is often strong tissue preference is there. For example, effect of RB gene in the retina. Genes regulating apoptosis can cause cancer. BCL2 gene causes B-cell lymphoma by blocking apoptosis. Overexpression of BCL2 causes mutations of other proto-oncogenes that finally lead to cancer. This diagram shows some biochemical and genetic changes that occur in human cancer cells. There is mutation in the DNA, there is abnormal cell cycle, there is chromosomal abnormality, there is inactivation of tumor suppressor genes and activation of oncogenes, there is chromatin epigenetic changes, there is alteration in gene transcription of mRNAs and non-coding RNAs, there is phenotypic changes towards stem cell properties, there is increased telomeric activity, there is reappearance of certain fetal antigens, there is appearance of abnormal sugar chains in glycoproteins and glycolipids, there is decreased adhesion via effects on cell adhesion molecules, increased propensity to metastasize, there is release of exosomes, there is release of biomarkers, there is release of angiogenic factors, there is release of enzymes that act on the ECM or extracellular matrix, there is alteration in the metabolism. We talk about epigenetic changes that can lead to cancer. We mean alterations in methylations of the DNA, like in this case methylation of the cytosine residue, or covalent modification of the various histones like acetylation, methylation, phosphorylation, or ubiquitinylation. Tumor kinetics. Cell cycle duration is more or less same for both normal and cancer cells. In normal tissue, only 1% cells are in the dividing state, whereas in cancer tissues, 2 to 5% of cells are in the cell cycle. What is tumor doubling time? It represents the time taken by a tumor to become double its size. In human cancers, it ranges from 10 to 450 days with a mean of about 100 days. With this mean, the time taken for the growth to reach its size to 1 cm from the initial mediated cell is about 8 to 10 years. This indicates the insidious nature of the tumor growth in the body, escaping clinical detection. Oncofetal antigens. During fetal life, a particular gene is active and its protein product is seen in the cell. Its expression is suppressed in adult cell. But when the cell undergoes malignant transformation, the gene is de-repressed and the protein is produced again in the cell. Such proteins are called oncofetal proteins. For example, alpha-fetoprotein or AFP in hepatomas and carcinoembryonic antigen or CEA in colon cancers. What are tumor markers? Tumor cells produce certain substances whose detection in the blood indicates the presence of a tumor in the body. It includes surface antigens, cytoplasmic proteins, enzymes, and hormones. This is a list of tumor markers, the levels of which are increased in blood in certain cancers, so they are used in diagnosis. First is oncofetal antigens. AFP is increased in cancers of liver, germ cell cancers, testicular teratomas. CEA is increased in cancers of colon, lung, and breast. CA125 or cancer antigen 125 is increased in ovarian cancer. Then hormones and metabolites. Human chorionic gonadotropin or HCG is increased in choriocarcinoma. Calcitonin is increased in medullary thyroid carcinoma. Catecholamines and their metabolites like VMA is increased in pheochromocytoma and neuroblastoma. Hydroxyl indole acetic acid is increased in malignant carcinoid syndrome. Enzymes like ALP is increased in bone and liver metastasis. Placental ALP is increased in lung seminoma. Prostatic acid phosphatase is increased in prostate cancer. Gamma glutamyl transferase is increased in secondaries in liver. Neuron-specific enolase is increased in neuroblastoma. Then there are certain proteins like Bence-Jones protein in urine is increased in multiple myeloma. PSA or prostate-specific antigen is increased in prostate cancer. Alpha-fetoprotein. It is a glycoprotein produced by the yolk sac during the early fetal life. Increased serum level in adults indicates presence of cancers of the liver and germ cells of the testes. It is non-specific because it is also increased in cirrhosis, hepatitis, and pregnancy. However, measurement of serum AFP provides a sensitive index for tumor therapy and the detection of recurrence. Carcinoembryonic antigen. It is a glycoprotein normally produced by the embryonic tissues of liver, gut, and pancreas. Serum levels are elevated in colorectal cancers, also increased in cancers of lungs, stomach, and pancreas. Increased in non-cancer conditions like alcoholic cirrhosis, emphysema, and diabetes mellitus. Though not specific, its detection is reliable in cases of established cancer patients. Prostate-specific antigen. It is produced by secretory epithelium of the prostate gland. It is normally secreted into the seminal fluid. It is complexed with alpha-1 antitrypsin in serum. The PSA level in complex form is increased in prostate cancer. It is also mildly elevated in benign enlargement of prostate. Human chorionic gonadotropin or beta-HCG. It is synthesized by normal syncytiotrophoblasts of the placenta, increased in hydatidiform mole, choriocarcinoma, and germ cell tumors. Application of tumor markers. It is used for detection, screening in asymptomatic persons, for diagnosis, differentiating malignant from the benign tumors, for monitoring, predicting the effect of therapy and detecting recurrent cancers, for classification, choosing therapy and predicting tumor behavior, for staging of the tumor, defining the extent of the disease, to localize the tumor, to decide the mode of therapy. In a nutshell about cancer therapy, chemotherapy is the use of certain drugs to treat cancers. The efficacy of anti-cancer drugs is directly proportional to the doubling time of tumors and inversely proportional to the size of the tumor. For the treatment of solid tumors, surgery and radiotherapy are the preferred options of treatment. This is a list of some anti-cancer drugs and their mechanism of action. I will not go into the details of this. These are some anti-cancer agents that are based on recent advances in knowledge of cancer biology. Some drugs act as inhibitors of signal transduction, some are monoclonal antibodies, some are anti-angiogenesis agents, some are anti-hormonal agents, some drugs affect differentiation of cells, some drugs affect epigenetic changes. This picture shows some examples of targets for anti-cancer drugs like telomerase, receptors for growth factors, tyrosine kinases, other signaling molecules, epigenetic regulators, hormones, metabolism, genes involved in differentiation, metastasis genes, oncolytic viruses, aneuploidy, apoptosis, etc., and some therapies like gene therapy and phototherapy. Prevention of cancers. Avoidance of smoking and exposure to industrial pollutants and radiation can prevent some cancers. We should consume foods rich in antioxidants like vitamin E, vitamin C, beta-carotene, and selenium. Measures that might prevent approximately 50% of the cancers if introduced on a population-wide basis are reduce tobacco use, increase physical activity, control weight, improve diet, limit alcohol, use safer sex practices, routine cancer screening tests, and avoid excess exposure to sun. This is all about carcinogenesis. Thank you.